Hey guys, Sonia Snowy White 79 here. Let me, before I get on the main road, see if I can't. Hey, let's try that. That might be better. Okay, I have come to you today to talk about syncope. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you all know that post VSG, I started passing out and having fainting, near fainting, bad dizzy spells that have kind of just screwed up my world. At first, we assumed it was because I was dehydrated and malnourished, because when you're newly post-op, you can't get in a lot of food. Now, I had more difficulty than some. Okay, that didn't work. We'll just put you back where you go, nice and tight, and stay put. I had more difficulty than some because I healed slower. It took me a lot longer. I am, let's see, it is Wednesday the 6th, I think. So I'm 5 days short of my 6-month surge anniversary, and I can just now eat 2 to 3 ounces of food at a time. So I still don't eat 3 times a day. For meals, I drink my breakfast. I have a protein shake. And so I'm healing slower than the average VSG person. So I had more difficulty than others getting food in. So we just all assumed that that's why I was so weak and so tired. And so when I would get up, I would have really bad dizzy spells. Sometimes I would actually completely pass out. And it went away for a little while. I'd have to go back to figure that out. But it went away for probably a month. And then it came back. And it came back hard. I passed out twice in one day. Completely passed out twice in one day. So my PCP sent me to the ER. Again, we assumed I was dehydrated. And so I went in to get some fluids. Well, the ER, thankfully, I had a very good ER physician, Dr. Stragler. And he wasn't satisfied that it was just dehydration, so he ran a bunch of blood work. And this was, well, I'd had my 3-month blood work at that point, so it was after 3 months. So ended up getting a 12-lead EKG. Ended up getting sorry, some guy just drove past me and flipped me off, and it kind of took me by surprise because I'm in my lane going the speed limit and he was in his lane, so it's not like I was in his way or anything. Anyway, okay, so I ended up getting a 12-lead EKG, which was fine. They did all kinds of blood work, and that was all fine. They ended up doing a CAT scan of my chest, just to make sure they weren't missing a pulmonary embolism or something. They had ruled out a DVT. My dimer test was elevated though, and that can happen. That can happen for a lot of reasons, but it can happen when there's a blood clot somewhere. So they ruled out a DVT. They did a CT scan to rule out pulmonary embolism. They ended up being happy and content that I was safe to go home. They did send me home with a Holter monitor to wear for 24 hours. Got that back, and the report was normal to a point. It did show that when I was having my episodes that my heart rate would drop and then spike, so it was going from normal to Brady to tachy. And so they sent me to a cardiologist to follow up with that. He wasn't concerned about my blood work or my Holter monitor, but to make sure that my heart was fine, he ordered an ultrasound of my heart. We got that done. My heart was in excellent shape. Then I'm still having episodes throughout all this. He told me to increase my sodium, and increased my water. I got my water up to 72 ounces a day. He was pleased with that. He wants my sodium at a minimum of 4,000, which is proving difficult for me. I have managed to do it for the last 3 days, and I'm still having episodes. Yesterday, my episodes, they were a little nastier than normal. By that I mean like lingering side effects after the fact. So I called my cardiologist and spoke to his nurse, and it was late in the day, so he had already left to discharge his patients from the floors. I work at the hospital. His office is in the hospital I work in. So she said she probably wouldn't talk to him until today, which was fine because it's not like anything's going to change it like that. Anyway, I just wanted to know, should the sodium fix it immediately? Should I be patient and wait, or what's going on? And so after the ultrasound, he wanted me to raise my sodium. I was working on that. He wanted me to start wearing compression stockings, and I laughed at him and told him I don't do pantyhose. So we compromised. He said if I would wear knee highs, that would probably have, the same beneficial effects. So I went out and bought a bunch of knee high socks. They're cute, they're fun. I'm wearing them. I don't know what I'll do when summer gets here, but thankfully I live in Iowa, so it's still cold. So yeah, then he ordered a tilt table test because the increased sodium didn't seem to be helping, and I did pass out during the tilt table test, which is kind of the purpose, so that they can monitor you while you pass out and have more results to go on. He diagnosed me with neurocardiogenic syncope, also known as vasodepressor syncope, also known as vasovagal syncope, and insisted that I get my sodium at 4,000 a day because I had not seen any improvement with it prior, and it's so difficult to get in that much sodium a day. I'm not a fan of salt. I don't add salt to things. I can consistently hit around 2,000 a day and keep my protein and my calories and my fat where my nutritionist and my surgeon like them to be. But to hit the 4,000 a day, I have to eat more calories, more fat. Anyway, so like I said, so the last 3 days I've gotten it high enough. I've been wearing the knee highs. So I called because I'm still having episodes, and now I'm dealing with a headache. I guess from the high sodium. So she spoke with him. She called me back this morning. He is going to start me on Florinef. My understanding of Florinef is that it causes edema, swelling. It forces your body to retain sodium. I have to watch it closely. He wants me to wake up a little puffy, but of course not very puffy. So I have a feeling it'll be kind of tricky to get, to find the right dosage, one that is high enough to take away the syncope and pre-syncopal symptoms, but low enough not to cause other complications. So yeah, that's my syncope update. I've had one episode today, which is a lot better than I had at this time yesterday. And I'm going to work, so I'll pick up my prescription when I get there and take it and get that started. So yeah, let's hope this works. And if anybody else is post VSG or any gastric surgery, and you have syncope issues that did not start until after your surgery, some of you have already shared with me, but I would love to hear from anybody who's had issues, whether you have completely fainted or if you just have dizziness issues. I would like to know, because my surgeon is adamant that this is not related to my surgery, even though it didn't happen until after my surgery. And my cardiologist is I guess he's spoken with my surgeon, and he said, while I can't say your surgery caused this, he does believe that the trauma to my body that the surgery itself causes was probably a catalyst in starting this. And so I would just kind of like to collect some, unofficial data to take back to my surgeon the next time I see him in July. I have a thing about liking to tell him nah, just because I don't know why. He's a great surgeon. Not the best personality though. So I like he told me I would only lose 70 pounds. I'm down 80, and I was down, he told me I'd lose between 50 and 70 pounds, and I am down 80. I was down like 68 when I saw him last month. So that was a nice na moment. So yeah, if you have had gastric surgery of any kind and then had syncope issues that you did not have prior to your surgery, let me know. I'm sure it'd be good for other people to know too. So I'm finding no research out there that links them, but no official research, I guess, just more anecdotal and personal stories. So yeah, anyway, have a great day, guys. Bye.